start strong, and we start strong for a reason. So bring that good energy, bring that good respect. Let's see who looks better than me. Okay? We gotta wait for everybody. Let's start as a team. Good. Make sure hands are down, everything, right? Like we gotta have the full look. And then, just like in class, let's hear how you guys doing today. It's good to see you. Let's go ahead and bow in. And then we'll start off with, you know, some of the easy warm-up stuff before we get into some more advanced or challenging warm-ups. Let's just watch. Hands up, feet wide. Make sure that you keep those feet flat and keep your posture head up while you're doing your squats. All right, repeat after me. Look, I want to see unity. It's pretty easy to tell on the screen when all of you guys got it and we're all moving together, okay? Ready? Squats. Ready, and boom. Dois, dois. Três, três. Quatro, quatro. Cinco, cinco. Seis, seis. Sete, sete. Oito, oito. Nove, nove. Dez, dez. Good. Nice focus. And now let's practice our back break fall and stand base. You got to know how to fall and get up, okay? These are like some of the smartest things you learn in jiu-jitsu. There's a good chance you won't end up in a fight, at least not anytime soon. You're probably going to fall down sometime soon, right? As you start going outside and running around, you're going to fall, and you want to know how to fall the right way. So make sure that you're good at giving yourself that hug, right? The most important piece is your chin, so that this never can hit the floor, right? So I tuck my chin, I squat nice and low, and then I roll back and smack. Notice that I smack down like an airplane and not out like a T. Right? If my shoulders are way too far out to the side, this is uncomfortable. I'm smacking down here, okay? And then if you know how to do good standing base, hand on the bone, swinging that leg under and behind me, so I stand up in a wide base. We're just gonna see who's got the smoothest ones, guys. We are not going for crazy speed right now. We just wanna see who can do this one correctly and without stopping. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you were ready, let's go. What up, Griff? I saw your face there. What up, Hulk? To see you jump in. Glad you're here, man. Where'd Alexis go? Good, guys. Back break fall, stand in base. Don't skip that stand in base part, right? Knowing how to fall is important. The way you get up matters too. Good, nice, Maya. Good details. As soon as you focused on that technical stand in base, it was so perfect. It was so clean. Time. Good job, guys. Okay. So let's go ahead and keep on working our movement a little bit. Now we're gonna do some bear crab. If you guys know me, you know this is one of my favorite warm-ups. It's such a good animal movement to be good at. And I start like a bear, I switch opposites, right? So if I lift up this foot, or this hand, I'm lifting up this foot, right? I lift and switch, lift and switch. I'm always the shape of a box, not a rectangle, a box. All right, let's see if you can do better than me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wait, Priest. I think I can actually tell that too many of us weren't quite ready. Come on, I want to see. Bring it in. Let's see your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. And then as a team, 1, 2, 3, go. Let's see it. Bear crab. Who can break dance? Who can break dance? Let's see. There we go. Nice switches. Keep it moving, Alexis. Keep going, keep going. Nice. Bond. Putting the moves on us. Yep, keep going. Remember, guys, if your face shows up on the screen, if you see your face giant, it's because we highlighted you. We want everybody to see your face giant. So don't try to fix it. Let us fix it in a second. You keep showing off. Keep going. Yeah, come on, Alan. Don't stop. Don't stop early. Time. Hey, remember, we're doing these things in like tiny little bursts because in the warm-up, we do a ton of them, right? We're going to do like 20 different things that are just going to take like 10 seconds. So do them hard. Do them seriously, like really make yourself tired in that tiny little 10-second burst, and you'll get really good at some of these motions. Now let's go ahead and put ourselves down on the ground so that we can just hit some back break falls and stand in bases, all right? So give yourself a hug, back break fall. And we're gonna go, oh wait, sorry, not back break fall, stand in base. We're gonna go for big bridge and triangle. So belly up first, and really stretch your belly every time, guys. Don't do any little weak sauce, popcorn, hip flips, all right? Big stretches every time. And let's see if you can keep up with me. I'm gonna go pretty quick today. Bridges, ready, set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, and then we switch triangles. So now we're picking our feet up as high as we can. If you know how to lock your feet, right, foot behind the knee, and I lock it up nice and tight, make sure you alternate. But either way, focus on the height. You need to shoot your hips up every single time that you go for this block. All right, triangles. Ready, and boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow. Nice job. So let's go ahead and do a, let's call it like a slightly challenging warm-up. Okay, nothing too crazy. We're not trying to create the puddle of sweat yet. But I want to see who can hold the steadiest plank. Now listen, we do lots of challenges like this. We do lots of things where we hold on our hands, we hold on our elbows, we hold the wall sit, we hold things. And a lot of times the tiniest little bit of sag really makes you cheat, right? If I'm in the plank position and I start to droop or I start to lean my head down, both of these are major cheats, right? Like I'm not using the same core anymore. This does not look straight. You can see when I've got it locked out straight, right? When it's not sagging, when it's not lifting. So I want to see who can do this. And the way we're going to test it is by going elbow, elbow, hand, hand, okay? So that means that I'm starting up in the plank. I'm dropping down to my elbows, elbow, elbow, and then coming back up to hand, hand. Now look, the point is to keep my plank steady. I do not want it to wobble like this. Okay, this is wrong. This is weak sauce. If I use my hips like that to get up, I'm super cheating. But if I try to keep it steady, it's a lot harder. But if I focus on it, I can keep my back and my butt pretty still. So let's see who can stay steadier than me. Okay, you ready? Plank up. And elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Go. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Try to switch the order you go. So if you go left, right, then on the next one, go right, left, right, left. Good. You can pick your hands up for this one, right? You don't have to leave your hand stuck in the same place. You can pick your hand up and put it where your elbow was. That will make it a little easier. Get it, Torn. Come on, dude, you got this. Yeah. Show him, Danny. Get him, Grayson. Come on. Don't let your brother do you up. Let's go. Nice, ladies. Time. Hey, I'm not super surprised that like one of the stronger cores that I saw was from the wrestling core, and that was Danny over there, keeping that belly nice and strong. Good work, man. You know that exercise definitely pays off when it's time to do a little bit of work. So let's go ahead and I want to do a little bit of specific warm-ups for the types of positions and things that we're going to do today. So what I want us to work on is our like combat base, and then just how to switch it. So what we're going to do is we're going to practice, guys. Look, lock it in. We're doing something new. Owen, Spence, let's see those eyes, dude. You're up next, and so you don't want to miss this warm-up, okay? All we're doing is going from combat base to combat base. Okay? Every time I switch to the combat base, what did I drop down to? Elbows. I'm dropping low. But then I pop up so that I can float for just a second. While I float, I do a 180. So I'm facing the other side, and then I drop right back down. Every time. My knees are wide, my butt is low, okay? This right here is some weak sauce, and you know it. So let's see if you can do this real nice and clean, nice and smooth, nice and low. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's try it. Start in combat base. And then you're gonna go up on your hands, and you're gonna see if you can do a full 180. You spin it all the way around the other way. Can you hit it? Who's smooth and low about it? Who's got the best looking combat base? Yeah! Nice, Hulk. That was clean, dude. Spencer, for this one, you're not gonna point your belly button up. You're gonna stay kind of like a bear, right? All you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and just spin it around the other way, right? So I don't roll over. I'm just doing like a little spin motion to go to the other side. But I do it in one big spin, okay? Right? So all I'm doing is just twisting, right? I'm turning like a tornado. I wanna spin around halfway to where if I started with my head pointed this way, then in the end, my head's pointed the opposite way. Right? Some little floats. Spinning 180. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Check out Vaughn.
What you got, Vaughn? What you got, Vaughn? Let's see. Clean? Yes. Good. That might be the first full 180 that I've seen so far. Somebody clean landed it. Good job, Vaughn. Good. Okay, time, guys, time. Look, we did that partially so that we can skip some of the boring stuff when we get to technique. All right, I want to make sure that we actually understand how to move around in side control, but I don't want to spend all of our time drilling that today. So we're gonna go ahead and bring it in. Let's get to the mat chat. Look, when you bring it in, I want to see your face. So bring it in close, kind of like me. All right, so I can definitely see you. I want to see those eyes. I want to feel that respect, right? And last week, we talked about that pretty much the entire time, right? That's just how important it is. Or sorry, not last week, on Monday. On Monday, that's basically all that I talked about was respect again, because I think it's so important, especially over Zoom classes. If you come to something where I'm not there to help remind you to stay focused and to help fix little details, if you show up and you're not treating it like it's important, you're gonna be wasting your time. Right? There's not gonna be too much work that you're getting out of it. But if you really do treat it like it matters, you can get tons out of it, okay? Now, what I really wanna focus on this week is the energy piece, okay? The part of this where we need to bring the right kind of energy, because when we're training, when we're drilling, we're thinking about battles, right? I'm thinking about a combat situation. And if somebody is trying to beat me, are they gonna be doing it at 10%, all nice and gentle and weak sauce? Probably not, right? If somebody's really ever trying to hurt me or put me in danger, it's gonna be serious. It's gonna be rough. And so I need to be ready to deal with that kind of intensity. When we practice with a purpose. That means that I'm drilling serious. I'm drilling like the person is kind of there, fighting back, right? Look, if we do something easy, like heel toe knee, right? When I do this, I can go like this. And that was all the steps. I think I did all the steps, and I don't think I messed anything up major, but it didn't look like a takedown, did it? It looked like practice. Now I can do the same steps, and it looks a little bit more like a takedown, right? Just the speed, just the intensity, the effort that I put into it. So when we do anything, when we're doing technique today, it's gonna be a challenge for you guys to really bring that energy and hit that move like it matters, right? And that's gonna be the specific goal that I'm looking for in this class. Is I'm gonna see who's bringing the most energy when they're just hitting reps. When they're doing stuff they know how to do, I wanna see them pushing it and making it harder and making themselves better, okay? Everybody say it loud, energy. And then let's get to technique. So our standing technique, our takedown this week is super simple. It's easy to practice in the air. When we practice this with a partner, we usually don't even take him down. We usually just do the fit in, we make him limbo, and then that's the end of it. Do you know what takedown I'm talking about? Do you? It's the side clinch, okay? So this week we're looking at the side clinch. I know I spoiled it, some of you guys get it. But everybody say side clinch. So the side clinch is a super strong takedown. You definitely want to know this one, but it's important to get the side part. When I'm practicing with my invisible partner, all that I'm thinking about is I'm swimming under both of the armpits. Did you see that first part? Because I see a lot of us miss it. If I try to hug my partner like this, that's not gonna get into the correct position. That's gonna hug them like this, where their arms are inside, and they're gonna be able to use those arms to shrug mine off. So I wanna make sure I dig under their armpits, and then I'm locking up my palm sandwich, but I gotta get to the side, okay? I'm on the side of the person, my head is pushing up against their chest so that I can start to tilt them backwards, right? And backwards will be whichever way I didn't come from, right? I'm running them over, so they're going backwards. That's all I have to do is practice making them in limbo, okay? So I'm here, I swim under and lock, and I get to the side. Then I make them tilt towards the back, okay? I swim under and lock, make sure I get to the side, and then I limbo them back. I wanna see if you can do this one smooth, guys, okay? I wanna see good details, but then you know it, intensity, energy. I wanna see you hit it a bunch. We're only gonna do this for 30 seconds, a minute. So you better get after it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, so we're here, swim and lock. Okay, get to the side. And then I'm making a limbo. Okay, swim, lock, lock. Keep it moving, move quick. Good, make sure I can see everybody. There we go, let's see it, Danny. Let's see it, Grayson. What you got, ladies? Nice. There we go. Good. That was clean. I can't see faces.
Yes. Did you want to unmute us? Something? What was it?
No, we were just highlighting you because you look good, dude. That was awesome. Was Coach talking?
Miss Jane has a question.
Coach, how do you do the side clinch solo?
Look, where was my partner? You do it like me. Swim, lock, limbo. That's it. I can think about every important detail, and when we do this one, we're not really fighting crazy. We're practicing the details. So you can hit every detail, right? I want to see you swim, lock, and make sure that you're to the side. And then you got to know how to pull their belt in tight and lean them backwards. That's it. Good. Keep moving, guys. Last couple times. Then we're going to bring it in, switch it up. Good. Nice. Limbo action. Hey, time. Everybody stop. Look at me. Bring it in. Eyes. This is important. If you are trying to hold a person, like a whole person, this kind of grip is not going to do it. It's not strong enough. And this is dangerous. Each one of these fingers is separated solo by itself right now. And so if things start getting crazy, all of these fingers can get twisted up or snapped and smashed and hurt. I don't want that. So I'm always, if I'm locking my hands, I'm pretty much always just taking 2 big spoons. Look, I don't even have my thumbs open. They're just 2 big spoons slapped together. This is the gable grip, right? This is our simplest, strongest grip in jiu-jitsu. If you're reaching around that person, go for that grip, okay? Because if you can put those 2 together like that, you're gonna be able to squeeze so much tighter than this. I promise. Try it. This time, go slow, but if you have a partner, give them a little extra squeeze, okay? And if you don't have a partner, look, when I get my gable grip, I pull it all the way to my chest to practice getting the full squeeze right there, like they would just get crushed. All right, so let's see it. Okay, a couple more times. Go hit about 5 more, and then we're gonna jump on. What you got? All right, boom, boom. Don't worry about it, Maya, keep going. Nice. Oh, hey, remember, you're doing kind of almost like a double leg right now. Owen, your head was too much in the armpit. You want to make sure that your head is listening to what? Your head should listen to that heartbeat. So don't let your head go too far under his armpit. That's too far. You got to slide yourself around the side so that your head can go right there. All right, and that's where you're going to get the good limbo action, okay? Yes, Spence. Make sure those hands are locked low around his belt. You got to swim under his arms, under his armpits. Let's see it, Hulk. You got this. Nice. Good. Nice, Adeline, good job. Especially pulling with the hands. You see how it just pulls her like hips out from under her. She can't do nothing. She's going down. Nice. There you go. Boom. Limbo. And you can go as far as you want to, right? I can put them all the way down. I can even dive on top of them. Let's not for today. Time, guys, time. Bring it in. So look, that takedown is one that you should know, and you should know how to finish. Like if you're just learning this for, the first time, or you haven't really done it before, I understand. We'll get our chance to try it with some, more serious battles soon. But you do want to have this as a tool for you. You want to have this as an option because this one, first of all, is insanely strong. I can remember we used to have these 2 brothers, okay? And these 2 brothers were they weren't especially big or anything at the time, but they would go out muscle every single person at the tournament. And it was because they would always get the double unders. They would always get their hands dug under the arms of the person, and so then the person is stuck in a bad position, and they would always finish the side clinch, and then they would always end up in side control, and they would always crush the person, and they would always win. It was hilarious how solid their game plan was, and it started with the side clinch, okay? It's just so strong and just a good fundamental takedown to know. If you get good at that one, there's a lot of other fun, cool ones like the hip toss that you get to learn off of that position. Right? Me personally, I love that combo, but you gotta learn the simple one first. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the ground, and same thing. We're working on, kind of the basics right now. If you guys are looking good, we get to add on to it a little bit. but that depends on you. That depends on your focus level. So make sure that you guys are locked in. Like, I want to see who can get this, okay? So, hold on, just the tiniest bit. So I need to borrow Wilson for this one. Come here, sir. Okay, today we are attacking. I want to make sure you can see this arm. Boom. We are attacking from side control. That means that I have to start off in that good combat base like we were talking about earlier. Now, every single time that you do this attack, I want you to practice starting in side control. To me, this move only counts as correct if you start with this palm sandwich right here. I went under the head, under the armpit, palm sandwich. Now I can bring the pillow out and I can go to hug this arm and attack it. But I don't want you to start here. If you get in the habit of like passing the guard and then you just jump down here and start trying to attack their arm, you're gonna lose it. You're not gonna be able to finish. So I want you to lock under that head and armpit every single time. Okay, boom, boom, lock. Now, the one under his head comes around and I put both elbows down, almost like they're like pinching the armpit over here, right? Like I can scoop under this arm and it can be my arm now. I'm hugging it, this is mine. Now I'm gonna attack this arm. You guys remember what this first attack is called? The way I remember this is it is American football, where you make this shape right here. And this is the attack, the Americana. So say Americana. Okay, the Americana is this shoulder attack where I'm gonna be putting too much twist on that shoulder. They're gonna have to tap out. But it's important that we get the lock correct. We have to know how to lock our hands. So number one, I got both elbows open and I'm gonna make their arm wave at me. Boom, okay? I'm gonna make sure that they've got their hand up, just like this. Once it's there, whichever my hands is closer to their arm is gonna grab the wrist. I'm gonna grab up by their hand and then I'm gonna put my elbow down to make sure everything stays tight. My elbow is helping to like squeeze their head, they're stuck. Okay, my other hand swims under the muscle and then on top of my wrist. Now, if I don't have a dummy or a partner, then I can just practice the twist. Okay, where I try to twist their shoulder, I'm trying to like lift their elbow up and push their hand backwards underneath them. You can see nobody's arms would bend that way, right? They would have to tap out. If you have a partner, then you can remember the detail of dragging their knuckles down first, right? Where I try to wipe the floor with their knuckles, dragging down toward their feet. Then when I'm out of room, I go for the twist, right? But only after I drag their knuckles down. Now, if you do not have a dummy, if you have a partner, this is easy. You're gonna be grabbing their arm. It'll work the same as the dummy. But if you don't have a partner or a dummy, I know you have a jacket. You probably have a gi-top jacket like this. Even if you don't, a regular jacket will work. Don't get it yet if you need one, just watch. Look, same thing. Side control, and I can still go under the head and under the armpit first, then bring it around to attack. Okay, I make them wave at me, grab the wrist, and then I make sure this one is under their muscle and on top of my wrist. Now once I have the lock, I can practice the twist. You can still practice dragging it down towards their legs first and then twisting, but without a real elbow, it's a little weird, so you can practice that twist a little bit, okay? Now, I want everybody to do the first one with me. I want to see you guys walk through at the same time with me so you can see these details, okay? So can everybody get your partner or get your dummy or get your jacket and get inside control, just like me. Try to get where you can see me. Okay, go. Yep, hurry, hurry, get there. Okay, now once you're inside control, okay, start off by giving them the hug and getting under their armpit and like really getting good side control. After you get good side control, you can bring the pillow out and over their head and you'll put your elbow down on the ground. This is just like my attacking position, okay, where both of my arms are ready to just hug and swoop under their arm. Now I make them wave at me. I literally just grab their arm and I lift it up to make them wave at me, okay? I'm gonna put their arm in this position. Once it's there, one of my hands should be closer to their hand. It's pretty obvious. Okay? It's pointed this way. If he's waving, it's pointed up towards the top of their head. So that one's gonna go grab the wrist. I make sure that the elbow is down. And now look, I have to keep their arm in this shape, okay? If I let their arm get too stretched out, I'm not gonna be able to twist here. I'm not gonna be able to do that move. I need to keep it bent like the corner of the box. and then I'll be able to push against their hand and pull against their elbow. Okay, so I grab, swim under, and grab. Okay, did you see it? Grab the wrist, swim under the muscle, and grab the wrist. Now from right here, I'm practicing the twist, okay, where I would be pushing their hand, pulling their elbow. Okay, this motion right here is not a way that most people are flexible. Good. Yep, make sure it's the hand by the head. Nice, good job. Okay, if you have a partner, I want you to switch. Okay, I want you to let the other person try. Good job. Owen Spence, I appreciate the seriousness, dudes. I love getting to teach you guys new stuff, but we definitely got to respect it, especially if we're talking about attacks. Okay? So now look, same thing, we're on top, we're in side control first. If you didn't have a partner, or if you're alone, then you're just hitting one more rep with me. Okay? So from side control, we bring our pillow out and over their head, and now I'm just kind of like hugging under their arm with both hands. Okay, this is my arm now. I'm gonna make them wave at me. So they have to go into this position, okay? Make them get here. And now whichever hand is closer, just reaches down and pins the wrist. Make sure your elbow is down too, so you stay nice and low. And then my free hand is gonna swim under the muscle and then grab on top of my wrist. Both of my hands end up on top. Do you see it? Okay, I grab the wrist, swim under the muscle and on my wrist. Here's the grip, and then I practice the twist. Okay, nice and slow. I'm pushing the hand, pulling on the elbow. Okay, that's pulling on my elbow. It's also pulling on their elbow. See, that pull right there is really gonna help twist their arm up backwards. Nobody can go backwards very far in that direction. Shouldn't say nobody. There are some very flexible people in the world. I have yet to find somebody that couldn't be finished with this. Okay, time. So look, can everybody bring it in really quickly? So I want to stress a couple of things. First is just safety, okay? When we're doing this, like when we're doing attacks, it really matters that you guys are being good partners and that you remember that this is not just like a game. It's not just like a toy. If you do a move like this on one of your friends or one of your family members and they don't train jiu-jitsu, what are they gonna forget to do? They're not gonna know how to tap if they don't train. It's dangerous, right? You are doing an attack and they don't understand the rules. So don't mess around with your friends, right? If you want them to learn some cool stuff like this, make them come to your Zoom class. They can come for free right now. And then when jiu-jitsu opens up, get them in there and they can come get beat up for real and they'll really learn some good moves. But really take care of each other, guys. Like these are attacks and we have to respect it. That means that when I'm the one doing the twist, am I ever gonna be moving at that speed, right? Like, is that ever gonna happen with somebody that I care about, like here, my partner? Right? The only time I would ever do that is if somebody was threatening my life, right? And I felt like I had to try to hurt them real quick in order to make them quit, in order to make them like tap out and stop. But right now with my partner, nobody should be getting even a little hurt. If your shoulder is feeling like a little like, then you're waiting too long. You need to tap out sooner, and the other person probably needs to go a little bit slower, okay? It's both people's job to keep it safe. So if you're the one getting twisted, don't forget, you got a job too, okay? Now, the other piece that I really want to stress for you guys is the grip, okay? The way that I lock this arm up. When I'm doing this, I can show you in the air. The lock that I'm getting is this like figure 4 grip, okay? And I'm grabbing their wrist, swimming under their arm, and then on top of my wrist. This right here gives me such good control. It's such a good hold on their arm. This is my arm now. And it gives me really good ability to twist this arm in different directions that I want. And so it can be really, really powerful. There are actually 2 attacks here that use the same kind of grip. There's the Americana and there is the... Anybody? Come on, who knows? Anybody know? Owen, do you know this one? I'm really curious if you remember this. I think I said it on Monday.
Kimora.
Do you remember what this attack is called?
The Kimora.
Boom! Look at that focus. Hulk in here paying attention. Good job, dude. I'm proud of you. Look, it's the Kimora. Okay, this is the Americana, and this is the Kimora, right? If you ever see like the police officers and they put somebody's hand up their back like this, that's kind of a Kimora type move. That's what that's doing, is it's twisting their shoulder and making it really uncomfortable. It's making them want to quit. This is how we quit. They're gonna lay down. So I want you guys to practice both of these grips really quick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our partner, or whoever, for me it's this jacket, They're gonna lay down, and then I'm gonna make them do this one, and then this, and then this one, and then this one. And I have to keep on switching the grip, okay? My partner should not be doing this for me and making it really easy. I should have to do it. So look, I make him wave up, and then I grab the wrist, swim under the muscle, grab my wrist. There it is. I can practice a little twist if I want to, but it doesn't matter right now. Now I'm gonna make him go elbow or hands down, okay? And now from this position, I have to make sure I remember that whichever hand is closer to his hand, that's the one that's gonna be going for the grip. So now his hand is pointing this way. This hand grabs the wrist. Boom. Now same thing, swim under the muscle, on top of my wrist, little twist, okay? This way, grab, grab. This way, grab, grab, okay? I wanna see if you can hit this back and forth and really start to get it in their head where it's not confusing, where you're not pausing, where you're not stuck in between each one. All right, once we got this one, there's actually like another attack that we can add in between. Maybe we'll look at it today, maybe we'll save it for Friday. Let's see how you're looking. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, prove it. What you got? So it's the same exact thing, we're just practicing locking it this way and then this way. Don't forget, guys, if your face turns up giant on your screen, it's because we highlighted you. We want your face giant on the screen, so don't worry about it. Don't try to fix it, let us fix it. Good, keep it going. Really slow if you're adding any twist, okay? Especially right now. And look, if you're feeling pressure, don't wait. Don't let them hurt you. Tap. If it starts getting tight at all, tap. Okay, don't wait for that to hurt. Okay? Nice, Hulk. There you go. There you go. Good job, dude. Yes.
Spencer doesn't ever want to tap. Is he doing it right, or is Spencer just very
So part of that is actually just like the elbow position because we're not focusing on this. But whenever I'm in this position, hey, Owen, look at me. Owen, check this out. Right now, you have Spencer. You're putting him up into like this position. And then when you start to twist, his elbow is going up. And so his arm is in like a higher position. And this means that he can twist a whole lot more right there without it really hurting. But look, if I take that arm and I put it down towards his feet, now if I pull up on the elbow, it's not gonna move very much. Okay, so try that. Try whenever you lock up his arm, try to just smear it on the ground and bring it lower towards his feet, okay?
So, side control. Lock him up.
Uh-huh. There you go, starting the good side control. Good job, dude. Then that pillow can come around, and it's gonna be the one to grab his wrist. Yes, good job. Now drag the whole thing low. Now Spence, be ready to tap. Do not let him hurt your shoulder. It should not be too tight. Okay? Good. Here's my rule, Spencer. This is an important rule, I think especially for you. If you ever make a face, like, you should have tapped out, okay? If you ever make a face that's like a pain face or like a that's a weird face, then you should probably tap out. Because I don't want to take a chance and have him accidentally hurt your shoulder. I know you're flexible, trust me, man. Like, I know you are. But I want to make sure that we're rolling safe at home, okay? So keep going. Do you want to try? If you have not switched, guys, switch. Make sure that the other person gets a turn too. Okay, make sure that they practice both. This one, this one. We're really just trying to drill it in our head how to get this locked. We want to understand what this figure 4 lock is like. All right, we just want to know how to get it on the one and get it on the other. I know Griff and Torn over here are probably bored doing this simple drill because they've done this one so many times. But maybe at the end I'll ask them to demo like what some higher level use of this could look like. Because I know for a fact that they got some moves they could show us. Nice. Good, Alexis. We swim under the muscle. Yeah, good grip. Nice. Good. Just training back and forth with these grips. How about the Americana? You got the other one too? You got this one too? Let me see it. What you got? What you got? Pin it. The other one still goes under that muscle. Yes. Good. Hey, make sure you're still super slow with those rotations. Remember, he's strong. I see those muscles. Okay, I know he's all right. But if you did that to my skinny little self, I don't know, you might twist my shoulder off. All right, be smooth, be smooth. Good job, keep going. Nice, excellent smoothness, ladies. Hey, Adel and Olive, I think I've seen both of you ladies do this. Whenever you're doing the finish at the end, here, let me show you with muscle, because it helps to show it with the person with the head. Whenever I'm doing the finish at the end, so if I have this grip and I'm trying to finish, I want to make sure that my elbow stays down, squeezing against their head. I don't want this to come up. If this comes up like this, now there's too much space by their head and they can move around. So I got to keep the cage down and suck it up tight against their head, okay? When you do that, it'll make it a lot more uncomfortable for the person on the bottom. They will need to tap out sooner because you're making them less flexible. Time. I actually think that's worth talking about with everybody because a lot of you guys are starting to figure out the grip. Okay, so we're starting to get the grip down a whole lot better. And please remember that today, like the main focus, the main attack that we're looking at is the Americana. Okay, the main focus is this twist where their hand is up like they're waving or throwing the American football. Now, when I do this finish, okay, I shared this secret with Owen and Spencer. If you were paying attention, you could have caught this too. But I want everybody to know, when I do this finish, if I try to do it out here in like the perfect box position, right, where their elbows out to the side, most people are too flexible here. And when I try to twist, they can actually twist quite a bit right there. There's like a lot of twist that can happen when I'm in this position. So what we want to do is we want to pull their elbow down towards their hip. And once I pull down in this position, all of these like muscles and bones up in here, they don't bend the same way now. And so with my elbow low, I can't bring it forward like at all. Like I can't even touch my finger. It won't move even a little bit. It's really weird how you lose flexibility when your elbows go down. Okay, hey, do you want to try it? There's like a fun challenge that you can try. I'll show you. All you have to have, tilt up the tiniest bit. All you have to have is a wall. So you go against the wall and you put your hands and elbows up here. Now, if your hands are up high like this, to where my elbows are out flat, then I can probably lift my elbows off the wall. You see what I'm doing? I'm like poking my elbows forward like this. Can you guys do that? Try. So first go hands up like me. I'm still making a box with my elbows, but my hands are high. And so from right here, I can twist my elbows forward. They can go forward pretty good, pretty far. Anybody else? I want to see if anybody struggles with this one, because it could happen. You might not be flexible enough to do this one yet either.
We're pretty.
And then look, now take your elbows and just bring them lower down the wall, okay? You still gotta try to keep your hands and elbows flat against the wall. But now while you're here and your hands stay flat, can you lift your elbows as far out? Can you swing and rotate them that way? Because I sure can't, not without messing my hands up. Okay, go lower and try. Isn't it weird? It feels different, doesn't it? It's like your shoulders get locked up when you're in the low position. Up here, they're loose and they're free. They can breathe. Down here, it's a little too tight for that. I can't get bent that way, okay? So now time, bring it in. Good, I love the assistants keeping the hand pinned on the wall and helping like test it right there. That's exactly right. Look, that's just a fun little way to test the flexibility that I'm talking about. This, flexible. This, not flexible. So we're trying to be able to put some pain down to make this person quit. I don't want them to be flexible. I'm gonna take their arm and I'm gonna drag it down towards their hip. And then once it's low, I'm gonna keep their hand pushed against the floor. I will never let the person's hand come up. I'm gonna keep that pushed down and I'm just gonna use my elbow to lift and it's gonna pry their elbow up a little bit, okay? One more time on Wilson. I've got the lock. Wait, whoosh. I did the Kimora, I went backwards. If I start with the Americana, I'm gonna take this lock and look at the way I'm dragging it down towards his feet. Then I keep the hand pinned down and just lift the elbow, okay? This will never come up, but this elbow can come up, that's fine. All right, you ready? Just for a few more reps, guys, I wanna see if you get the smoothest, tightest finishes. Speed has nothing to do with it, be a good partner. Let's go.
Okay.
Miss Natalie, is that a question?
It's not really a question. It's just I can touch my whole arm when we're doing on the wall, but I can barely touch my elbow on my hips.
Yeah, that's funny.
Right.
Hey, I can't get my elbows even all the way down to my sides. If I try to keep my hand and my elbow flat on the wall, I can't even go all the way down. It's not even possible for me. My hand starts coming forward like I'm cheating, right? Like I know it's tough to be flexible that way. That's part of what we're looking at, right? Let's go make our partner inflexible, even if it's just the jacket top, okay? Go ahead, hit a few more. What do you got?
Coach,
Is that Chelsea? What's up?
Chelsea, aka Quicksand. So, my family's pretty flexible. Also, my sister elbowed my cheek, which is why I have an ice pack. But Lindsay, get over here. Look. Wait, wrong.
I'm really excited because I wonder if they're super flexible or if there's details that we can use to beat it. I wonder what's going to win. Is it flexibility or is it details? Let's find out. It could be it.
I'm gonna move on this side.
So boom. Wait, can you back up a tiny bit? You're barely too close to the camera so we can't see the wrist grip. Okay. So we got it. We got it locked up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's pretty good. That is pretty good flexibility down there. And don't get me wrong, especially if it's assisted, most people will be able to have their elbow pulled, but not too far. And you can go a lot farther than most people, for sure. That's crazy. Like me watching that, I can like feel all of my like, I don't know, it's like in my armpit and my shoulder. I just feel it all grinding together like it would never fit like that. But it is cool to have some of that flexibility. But if they had the correct details and they were able to keep you stuck, I still think they'd be able to pull it far enough where you would have to tap too. You know, they would have to go a lot farther because of that flexibility. And that might give you more time to escape. That's good. But I still think that they'd be able to get you if they can hold you.
Yeah, we got those great long flexible arms that can clasp behind our backs from our moms.
Oh, nice. That is a good thing to have. You talking about this class? I'm working on getting this back, okay? I don't have it. All right. Time, guys, time. Hey, bring it in really quickly. So look, I'm going to give this reminder again because that's how important it is. And then I'm going to offer you guys some help if you want it. So again, like we're looking at attacks, okay? These are like the point of an attack in jiu-jitsu is to create a situation or to do something to my partner that is so painful or uncomfortable that they have to quit, right? It's so dangerous that they have to quit. Like when I do an armbar, I'm threatening to break them. I'm threatening to break their arm. When I do the Americana, I'm threatening to start tearing and breaking this shoulder, right? I can dislocate, I can tear things, I can break things up here from this motion. And so I really want to make sure that, one, that I respect how serious they are, right? I'm never just going to be playing around wrestling with my brother and just grab him in an Americana and wrench real quick. It's strong, it's powerful, and I can do real damage, right? Like if we're wrestling in the gym and there's a coach or mom or dad is watching, like that's one thing, I understand. But you've got to be careful with the submissions. Now, the other piece is that like if we're learning submissions, there's, I don't know, thousands, millions, like, and there's I don't even know how many different versions of every single submission. There's a lot of different details that you can learn. And so if you're struggling with something, you probably either just need to practice it more so that you can remember it and really have it stuck in your brain. Or you just need to ask a question so you get the right details. Because maybe there's like something you're kind of missing or struggling with. Maybe like when you try it, maybe this is a move you know and you're like, but I remember they always just do this. And maybe there's a detail that we can add in there to really help solve that. So if you guys struggled and you messed up, I want you to stick around and find the right question to ask me today. Okay, I have an after-class challenge, which is to really try to find a good question. See if you can find something to ask about that's going to help make you better at the thing we went over today, or even just jiu-jitsu. I don't care. It could be any question, okay? Now, don't forget that there's lots of classes on the schedule. Like there's the Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5. You guys know about this class. That if you're 7 or above and gray white belt or above, then you also have the option to come to the intermediate classes. And, you know, those classes are harder. They're definitely like a lot more technique and they're a lot more advanced. But if you're willing to focus, like I'm definitely willing to work with anybody in that class. So bring it if you got it. Those classes happen Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4, just 1 hour before this class. I teach it on Monday and Friday. Coach E teaches it on Wednesday. And so there's a lot of cool opportunities to train. Of course, if you guys have been hanging out with Professor Peter, then you already know when his classes are. Tuesday, Thursday at 4. That's another Little Tigers class. And so if you're on the younger side, I really do recommend those. Like Professor Peter is one of my inspirational coaches for sure. Just the way he talks and the way that he has, like the way he carries himself and his energy and his leadership, it's phenomenal, guys. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, go do Professor Peter's class. Go meet that guy. He's awesome. But otherwise, I will see you back again on Friday. Let's go ahead and finish strong. Whoa, I almost took out the camera. That would be serious. On my first day using the new camera, that would have been so heartbreaking. Boom. Sorry, just make sure it's straight. All right. Always looking good, guys. Bring that energy one more time. And hey, if you struggled with the Americana, don't worry about it. Like a tack like that has some details and some, important key things with the grip, like that's gonna take some work. And so keep on coming back. We still got Friday to work on it. But then also remember that like we're here to stay moving, right? To keep our brain refreshed. And so the goal is not to get everything perfect. That's not our mission. Our mission is to stay training. And so if you were working hard, putting in those reps, bringing that energy like we were talking about, then you're doing it right. Just keep it up, okay? Now, let's see. Who's got the look? Chelsea, you got it? We need you. We finish as a team. Ready? Just like in class. Thank you, class. Great job today, guys. Please